MegaETH is a new up-and-coming Ethereum Layer 2. So people call it the first real-time blockchain, as you can see here on the screen. And why is that? Well, it does 100,000 transactions per second. It has sub 10 millisecond block times. And in the future, they will try to go to 1 milliseconds, which is extremely fast. And that's why they're called the first real-time blockchain. So here I got a very nice chart which shows what real-time is and what the Web2 comparisons are. So as you can see, MegaETH is here and it has almost the same speed as a Discord message. So this is just real time. You don't know that you're doing something on a blockchain. This really will unlock a lot of crypto applications that were just not feasible before. And let us go into the tech real quick. But first, so like I said, they said the first time that it is a real-time blockchain. But then I was thinking, where did I see this before? Where did I read this before? And then a bell rang. And so I saw this first. The guys that were here in 2017 will probably remember this. So we had Ray blocks, which was instant transaction. Later, they rebranded to Nano. And then I think even Banano, I saw recently. But then I looked it up a little bit further. And basically what Nano was the first value transfer blockchain. And what MegaETH is, so MegaETH is the first smart contract blockchain, which is then so attempting real-time performance. So this is the most important thing. Like I said, this will unlock a lot of applications not seen in crypto today. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the tech real quick, just to explain how they do it and how they go over to a real-time blockchain. But in this video, where I'm going to focus on, as always on the channel, is investing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look if MegaETH is worth investing in it or not. And I will do, of course, some comparative analysis and some valuation analysis. So how does MegaETH achieve the exponential speed? And a couple of things. So first is node specialization. The second thing is hyper optimizing the EVM execution environment. And then the third thing is mini blocks. So if you want, this is the MegaETH technical white paper. You can read it for yourself if you want to go a little bit more in depth, but I'm going to go a little bit further on. So this is a classroom example. So this is, like I said, the node specialization. So within the MegaETH network, infrastructure operators are specialized into 4 roles. So as you can see here, you got a simple task, medium task, and a hard task, and super hard task. So each is tailored for a different layer of network performance and validation. So by letting each node focus on a specific task, the network can run more efficiently. So, and this is the classroom example that, for example, the smartest students tackled the most challenging problems, and then the other students tackled the other problems. And like this, you create a very efficient blockchain. So here, these are the nodes that I was talking about. So in the middle, you got the sequencer, and this is running on high-end hardware, as you can read here. And that's responsible for ordering and executing the user's transactions. Second, we got the provers. This is also high hardware requirements. So this here you can read it's specialized hardware. So this use a stateless validation scheme to validate blocks. And then here you can see we got full nodes, and full nodes is the requirement is just entry level high-end PC. So which is what I use, for example. And this re-execute every transaction to validate blocks. And then the fourth one, we got replica nodes, and there's just a low hardware requirement needed. And this is to receive state changes from the sequencer and use them to update their local states. Next slides, like I said, so optimizing the EVM. And what they're doing is, so they're doing ultra fast execution through parallel block building. As you can see here, this is via mini blocks. So to make this ultra fast execution possible, MegaETH introduces mini blocks. And so how this works is the MegaETH sequencer, it creates lightweight mini blocks every 10 milliseconds. And that's why we have these 10 milliseconds blocks. And the key innovation is that mini blocks are generated in parallel, as you can see here, with standard EVM blocks. If you want, you can read more. This is the whole research. So you can go on megaeth.com/research and you can have a look for yourself. So now let's go further with if it's a good investment or not, which is the most important thing on this channel. So let's have a look at the team first. So the team is always one of the most important things. If you invest in a project, if you invest in a blockchain, if you do private equity, the team is always the most important thing. Will they succeed on their vision? Do they have the technical capabilities? And so the MegaETH was founded by Dr. Yilong Li in 2022. So this guy, super impressive. He's a Stanford PhD in low latency expert. So I'm super sure that this guy will be able to pull it off. And then the second co-founder is Li Yang. And Li Yang, he got a PhD in distributed systems. And then the third founder is Shu Yao Kong. She's a Harvard MBA, and she worked previously at Consensus. So the team is super capable, super small. I think it's around a 20-person team. But that's enough, to be honest. So for example, a very good example is Telegram. I think they also have a 30-person team. Tether, only also 20 people team. So I think 20 people teams are perfect, just high capable people. And I think they will succeed in their vision, actually. But then the most important thing is, and why a lot of people are interested, and you already saw it on the thumbnail. So Vitalik Buterin, he backed Mega Labs in its seed race. And this is super important. Why? Because Vitalik doesn't do that often. He rarely invests in projects financially. So normally you can see him on the advisory board or he gives tips here and there, but he almost never puts some money in it himself. I think he only did it for maybe around 10 other projects, but you have to know Vitalik is already in the game for a long time, more than 10 years, and only does invested in 10 projects. So this really means that he believes in the vision and that he really is aligned with what they're building and believes in the tech. So what I've read from Vitalik, so he spoke a little bit about the project. Well, he didn't name drop it, but you clearly knew that he was talking about the project. And this was in a Flash AMA in and it was in Chinese actually in February last year. And there he said that intentionally choosing centralization for speed isn't a flaw, but a design choice. And he said that the best execution layer for crypto will be centralizing block production and decentralizing block validation. And this is exactly what MegaETH is doing. I will go over it a little bit later. A lot of people say this is MegaETH's flaw, that they lack a little bit of decentralization, but actually this is Vitalik's vision. This is exactly what's on Ethereum scaling roadmap. And actually, because of the Ethereum scaling roadmap, I think Vitalik put it out in 2021. I think it was named Endgame, the research or the article. And that's where the founder of MegaETH started his research and started developing on MegaETH. But so like I said, this is one of the most important things. So like I said, the funding seed race. So now I almost forgot this. So here you can see Vitalik with the MegaETH team. So yeah, you can really see that MegaETH is Ethereum aligned, and yeah, with Vitalik behind this is one of the reasons I'm investing in this. So you'll see throughout the video, I'm pretty bullish on it. I invested into the ICO, and yeah, that's also one of the reasons I'm making the video about this, to be honest. But so going on is the funding round. So I made this little spreadsheet here. And so you can see the seed round where Vitalik invested in. This was led by Dragonfly Capital, and this was in June 2024. So they raised $20 million, and it was at a $100 million valuation. Also, there was, for example, here you can see it, Joseph Lubin in it, which is also the co-founder of Ethereum. And then the second round was in December 2024, where they raised also 10 million. And this was in less than 3 minutes, which is crazy. And this was through Kobe's Echo platform. So 3,200 investors invested, and they received some token and some equity apparently as well. And then later on, in February 2025, there was the Fluffle NFT sale. And there the investors invested at a valuation of $540 million already. And this was 27 million that they raised here. And it was only 5,000 people. And if you have an NFT like this, if you have a Fluffle NFT, you have a bigger chance, of course, to invest in this round as well. So you didn't only invest in this, which already doubled, because this will go to 1 billion. And you already have a bigger chance to invest in the ICO at the moment. So congrats to the guys that did this in February 2025. And then so now at the moment, so actually today is the public sale ongoing. And the price, so they will try to raise 50 million and the price will probably go to 1 billion. You'll see it a little bit later. It was already full in 3 minutes or something. No, what it was, in 5 minutes, it was already oversubscribed on the maximum of the auction actually. And they will sell 5% of the total token sale. And the reason they're able to do this is because, when was it? Yeah, here in October, I think only 2 weeks ago, they buybacked 4.75% of the token supply at also a valuation of around 550 million. And you can see it right here. So MegaETH buys back 4.75% equity and token warrants from pre-seed investors. And I actually think this is very good because now you give more tokens in the hands of the community and not in the hands of big venture capital funds. And this is also always something a lot of crypto people, they really like it, that the small guy has a chance, that it's super decentralized. And that's, of course, the ethos of crypto, that everything is super decentralized and well spread. So then we are, let's have a look at the tokenomics right now. So the tokenomics, as you can see here, and they also had it on their white paper. So here is their white paper. And as you can see here, 10 billion tokens will be the total supply. This is the public sale that is happening at the moment, the 5% that I told you guys about. The Echo round, the Fluffle round, the team and advisors. And like I said, this is very good. So now we are, and that's why a lot of people are bullish. We are getting back to the ethos of crypto. Because at the moment, the last 2 cycles, I have the impression that just a lot of teams, a lot of VCs just want to scam retail. They had all the supply in their hands. And as you can see right here, the team only has 9.5% of the tokens for themselves, which is super good. And this is how it should be. This is how a project in crypto will become big. This is how you have to do it. VCs only 14%, which is also good. Then you had the Fluffle round, you had the Eco round. This is the public sale at the moment. And also what you have to know is, because of all these sales, the circulating supply will be only about 160 million apparently. So the public sale, for example, people from the US will have a 1-year lockup. Some people will also do 1-year lockup to have the 10% bonus. This is locked. This is locked. VCs is locked as well. So a lot of this is actually locked. I think only about 15% will be available in the circulating supply when the TGE will happen in January. So what is a token used for? So what are the use cases of MegaETH? And as you can see here, I got it right here. So Mega tokens serve multiple functions. So for example, gas fee payments for network transactions at significantly reduced cost compared to Ethereum mainnet. Future staking mechanism for network security, government's participation for protocols upgrades. And I thought I had it here, so yeah, so here as well. So Mega serves, I don't know why they had it 2 times in their white paper. So MegaETH serves as a native token of the MegaETH Layer 2 network with evolving core functionality. So gas, like I said, sorry that I say it twice, gas fee payments for all network transactions, future staking mechanisms. But as you can read here, staking mechanisms are scheduled for implementation within 12 to 18 months following mainnet deployment. You also have governance rights for protocol parameters. This is what every layer 2 does basically. And then ecosystem incentives, like for example, developer grants, liquidity, mining rewards, and early adopter programs. So this is all looking very good in my opinion. So the only thing what you also have to know is, and you already saw this on testnet, so the Mega token itself will not be used for gas on the network. So the native gas token on MegaETH will be Ethereum. So will be bridged Ethereum. One other thing I forgot maybe, and you saw it probably here on the tokenomics. So here you can see 50% will be for KPY staking. So probably a lot of you guys thought, what the fuck is the 50% KPY staking? So here they explained it very well, actually. So KPY rewards links token emissions to data, not dates. So we set performance and adoption targets for the network that, when hit, rewards mega stakers. And this is another innovative thing, in my opinion. And so here you have again the tokenomics. But what are the KPYs? So the KPYs are ecosystem growth, technical performance, MegaETH decentralization, and Ethereum decentralization. And the good thing is, so they will be unlocked based on on-chain metrics. And this is super bullish in my opinion. So when every time a milestone or something is achieved, they will unlock some tokens. Like I said, this is super innovative, and this is super great in my opinion. So kudos to the team. I've nothing against this. I didn't really see a take from someone else saying this is bad. And in my opinion, at first glance, this is also something super good. So normally, yeah, looks good in my opinion. So now we are at how to evaluate the token, if it will be a good investment or not. So we know based on everything. So the tech is super good. In my opinion, the tokenomics are also super good. So now, how does it compare to the other layer 2s? Because at the moment, a lot of layer 2s exist. So, but then, what are they better technically? And what's their fully diluted valuation? So as you can see here, I'm on CoinGecko for the top layer 2. So we got Mental at a $10 billion valuation, Polygon 2 billion, Arbitrum 3 billion. Wait, let me put this here. Optimism 2 billion, Starknet 1.2 billion, Linea 1 billion, Immutable 1 billion. So as you can see here, all these coins have a higher fully diluted valuation than MegaETH. And that's when I was thinking, this is a super good investment, because all the projects that exist with worse tech and, to be honest, with worse hype, because at the moment MegaETH, and I think this will just continue, their social marketing is just extremely good. These are higher valued than MegaETH. So that alone makes a very good case that this is a very great buy. So let's go a little bit deeper. Here I got transactions per second. And as you can see here, so at the moment, MegaETH on testnet did 20,000. But as I said in the beginning, they want to do 100,000 transactions per second. And look just at the competitors. So Ethereum mainnet does 15. Base does typically 17, or at its peak 164. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Here you can see gas per second. Look how MegaETH is just outperforming the other layer 2s, Base, Arbitrum, and Optimism. Here, also against Hyperliquid and Monad, because these are now the two other big competitors. The latency. So like I said, at the moment it's 10 milliseconds, but they want to go to 1. Here it's super high on Monad as well. 100,000 transactions, 10 times more than Monad. Full EVM compatibility. So the use cases are enormous. You can do full on-chain gaming in real time. You can trading in real time, payments in real time. So for example, last video, which is also super great by the way, is Plasma XPL video, and they focus on payments. And in my opinion, it's a very good chain, and they focus only on stablecoin payments. But to be honest, now that I've seen MegaETH, which will basically do the same with Ethereum behind it, with the security of Ethereum behind it. That was the word I was looking for. it's probably just also even better to do stablecoin payments on MegaETH itself. The only problem, like I said, was it sacrifices a little bit of decentralization, but according to even Vitalik, this is how it should be. So on the layer 2, you should sacrifice decentralization a little bit for speed, but then on the layer 1, which secures it, there you need to have more decentralization so it's more secure. I've basically put everything myself into a spreadsheet, so you can have a look at it yourself. So I compared it to every other coin, which I think is kind of a competitor for MegaETH. So, and as you can see, in transactions per second, so the throughput here, MegaETH just exceeds everything. 100,000 transactions per second is just crazy. So very good scalability. And then the latency, like I said, it also excels. Ultra low latency. Like I said, there will be, you can do competitive gaming. And I even saw, so for the guys that know me, I was a pro Hearthstone player in the past. And I just saw a new game launching on MegaETH. I think it was 2 days ago from San Sivka, who was one of the best Hearthstone players, which will be using on-chain onto MegaETH. So I will probably try it out in the coming days. But because that was the thing. This cycle and last cycle, there wasn't really anything new in crypto. There wasn't really any application being built, but it was just because the tech was not there. And I think with MegaETH, with the security of Ethereum, I think now the tech is there, and this will develop crypto so much further. EVM compatible, I already said, it's at the moment in testnet. Mainnet is, I think, for end of December or beginning of 2026. Like I said before, market cap 160 million. Look at the rest. What a bargain this is at $160 million valuation. Fully diluted at 1 billion. Below arbitrum, below optimism. Oh yeah, that was another thing I almost forgot. JP Morgan. Look, so this is a research report from JP Morgan where they say, so they were valuing Coinbase, but they say that a base token, so a base token will come, and they say that it will be around $12 billion to $34 billion. So at 1 billion valuation, in my opinion, MegaETH and Base, well, MegaETH has better tech than Base, but okay. Base is still from Coinbase, but let's say this does a 34 multiple on your investment. That's crazy. Solana, okay, Solana is layer 1, but yeah, Monet, and Monet is also gonna launch probably at $5 billion valuation, I think. Hyperliquid 47 billion. I'm super bullish, guys. For the guys that are still watching, I hope I don't make you guys too bullish. But yeah, I think if you do comparative analysis, you just notice that it's super undervalued for the tech it has. It just as clear as that. But then I also got some other valuation methods. Well, not methods, but you can just see, for example, at Polymarket that traders or gamblers, or how do you want to call it, already say that there's an 80% chance that MegaETH launches at more than $2 billion valuation. So so imagine you invest into the ICO, there's an 80% chance that you will already double your money. Obviously, you need to do that. There's a 28% chance you do a 4x, 18% you do 6x. It's crazy. And Polymarket, lately, we know this is basically something that predicts the truth, actually. Polymarket knows it before the news knows it. So I think this is a very good indicator that the MegaETH ICO will be around 2 to 3 billion one day after launch. So immediately you will double your money. Another thing, and you can already trade it on Hyperliquid in pre-market. And at the moment on pre-market, it's trading at a $4 billion valuation. So 4x from the ICO. So I think this will actually be the price. So, okay, here Polymarket gives it 28% chance. I think it will be around 3 or something. So yeah, if let's say you're bearish, well, just short it on Hyperliquid or buy no here on Polygon on Polymarket. And that you can actually do both. You can actually buy into the ICO, and then at the same time you bet no, or you short it on Hyperliquid and you profit the guarantee. Well, that is if you have an allocation for the ICO, because it's super oversubscribed. Another bullish thing, so I know this video will be a lot of bullish things, is that Coinbase acquired Echo, and Echo is basically the platform. Well, it's Sonar actually, but Sonar and Echo is kind of the same. Well, here you can see it. Either through a private Echo sale or a public sale that uses Sonar. So Coinbase bought this, and this is the platform where the MegaETH ICO is on, which means that technically MegaETH becomes the first sale of a Coinbase ICO, because it's the first time an ICO happened the moment Coinbase bought Echo, and you can see it how they want to do it. So Coinbase, this is their full stack, how they're working, and you can see here Sonar. So this is now the platform for Coinbase to do public token sales, and MegaETH will be the first one on to the platform, which is in itself bullish in my opinion. Okay, now, so probably if you guys watched till here, you're interested in the ICO. Maybe I need to do a disclosure. So I invested into the ICO this morning. I'm not paid by the team or anything to make this video. I'm just making it to inform you guys, to do research for you guys, so that I spare you guys some time. And yeah, I invested in it myself. So let's have a look at the full details of the ICO. So let's have a look at the facts. So the sale ends in 2 days and 18 hours. So this at the moment it's evening where I live, so I'll probably put the video online in the morning. So, but you will still have 2 days, so you will have time enough. So if you can do it as soon as possible, you have 2 days. There is no time limit. It doesn't matter if you were the first or the last. So as I said, 10 billion tokens, 5%. It's in USDT on the Ethereum mainnet, and the maximum amount is $186,000, and the minimum, so sorry, small fishes, but the minimum is 2,650 per individual, so per KYC, and it will be an English auction, but there wasn't that much of an auction. The price immediately was $999 million fully diluted valuation, so 1 billion. And that's important. So US accredited investors, you can invest, but there is a 1-year lockup, but you will get a 10% discount. But then that's the thing. So the lockup is optional for non-US investors. But that's the thing. So they said that if you do this lockup, you have a higher chance, if it's oversubscribed, to get an allocation. So it was super difficult. So I was hesitating. A friend of mine did it. A friend of mine locked his tokens for a year. Another friend of mine didn't. I didn't either. So I didn't lock it, just for the simple reason that in crypto, you never know. Maybe next year we are in a full-on bear market. Maybe there is a war going on. Maybe crypto isn't worth anything. Maybe there is a better layer 2 project with better technology. I don't think there is at the moment, but you never know. In crypto, it goes so fast. So to lock up your tokens for 1 year in crypto, so I didn't do it. But then, of course, you have a better chance at an allocation. So if you want to make sure to have an allocation, you can do it. Like I said, I hesitated. It was not a clear call for me. And you get a 10% discount. Let's have a look how it works. So yeah, that's important. So you need to do a KYC, so verify your identity and wallet on Sonar. Then you enter the bid, so it will look like this. So you will go on this screen. So basically what you do is you do max, and then lookup or not, place bid, boom. And that was it. And so, like I said, the MegaETH ICO was oversubscribed within 5 minutes. So it was crazy at the $1 billion valuation immediately. What else is there? So yeah, the timing. So the timing. Or maybe I want to talk first about the. Yeah. So like I said, the oversubscription, and this is what they say in their white paper. So in case of oversubscription, when demand exceeds supply at MegaETH screen bidders, so then it's important your past activity on the MegaETH testnet, which I didn't do, and also your social media engagement. So all of the times you spoke about MegaETH on Twitter, for example, I think they will check it with Kaito, with the platform Kaito, with the Yaps. So I didn't talk about it that much either, so I hope I get an allocation. Here, they explained it very well in an article. So what can you do in case of oversubscription? So what counts as a contribution? So MegaETH culture. So like I said, the Fluffle NFT, a big part. So I think if you got a Fluffle NFT, you will be sure to have an allocation. Other NFTs help as well. Vocal supporters. So wallets linked to Twitter and Discord accounts that were speaking in their Discord and were speaking on Twitter. Here they said we will leverage Kaito AI leaderboard alongside. So they will use this for the Twitter. On-chain exploration. So maybe with this I have a chance. So for example, early users that are in crypto for a long time and interacted with these platforms, but not only these DeFi applications, they will have a bigger chance. Oh, here they say it, wallets with meaningful DeFi participation in the Ethereum ecosystem. And dope NFTs. No, I don't have any one of these NFTs. So, but if you want to make sure you have an allocation, do one of these things. And if you do also the 10% lockup, I think you'll be sure for an allocation. And they will do it like this. So they will do it. So this is how they do it. It's U-shaped allocation system, they call it, I think. And so they, like I said, they will prioritize broad distribution while rewarding key contributors. So for the community, they will leave a lot, but they still want it decentralized. So they will still make sure that even people that didn't really interact with the testnet, that didn't really speak on Twitter, that they get an allocation, that this chain is still decentralized, but they will give, of course, and I understand it, more to the community and to the MegaETH contributors. So yeah, like I said, people who have already contributed to MegaETH or Ethereum, and maybe I have a chance with contributed to Ethereum because I have wallets from 2016-17. So yeah, maybe I have a chance. Who knows? Also, another thing, what you can do. So let's say you want a 10K allocation. I'm just making up numbers. I think best what you do is if you have the money laying around, put in 100K. Because, for example, what they can do is they just do it times 10 up. Okay, you have a 10K allocation, but you subscribed for 100K. Maybe it's something like this that they do. So if you have money laying around, I think it's a very good idea to just put in as much as you can, because it will most likely not be everything. And like I just explained, normally the valuation will be over $1 billion. So I think it's a very good deal. And then as well, even if you don't have an allocation, I think this is what I wanted to show at the moment. Even if you don't get an allocation, after 2 days, so it ends the 30th, after 3 days, you will get back the full amount. You get back your allocation that if you weren't allocated. So even if you put in the 100K, you get only 10K allocated, you get back 90K in about 5 days. So you didn't lose that much as an opportunity cost, because I know a lot of people think, okay, Q4 will be the big bull run, Q4 will be alt season, I cannot waste any money. Okay, but if you don't get your allocation, you get your money back within 5 days, and then you can reallocate into your shitty altcoins, and you can play it like this. So the mainnet as well is in December, and like I said, the TGA is in the TGE, so the token generation event is in January. So let's say you have an allocation. So if you wish, you can still cancel or withdraw it. But if you have your allocation, your money will be locked till the TGE. And then you get your tokens. And if you didn't choose for the lockup, you can sell them immediately. So I think this was everything for me. Oh yeah, before I forget, this is another trick. I don't know if it works, but I saw this on Twitter, which might be helpful. So if you're trying to qualify for MegaETH, use a fresh wallet for Echo. So it appears that any wallet with real history is a risk to get disqualified by Echo for compliance reasons. And funnily enough, I saw this only today, but I'm using a new wallet, so maybe this will play in my favor, who knows. I don't think this is super important. So if you're already KYC'd, if you already put in your wallets, I don't think this matters that much. But if you're just seeing this video, if you want to invest, which I think you still have time, you still have 2 days, use a new wallet. And I think you'll have more chance this way. Well, maybe like 1 or 2%. I don't think that matters too much, like I said, but why not? Just try to do it. So yeah, maybe a quick summary. Like I said, team, super good. Tech, super good. Tokenomics, great. If you look at all the other layer 2s, super undervalued. If you look at this, better on every metric and undervalued. Polymarket, hyperliquid. Coinbase acquired Echo. Vitalik here on the photo with the team. Guys, sorry that I'm rambling too much, but yeah, I went over everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video, share it with your friends. I think so. Like I said, you guys still have time. Share it with as many people as possible because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I always say, so in investing, if you want to make money, you need to allocate everything into one thing if you got lots of conviction. Diversification is if you want to preserve your wealth. But if you want to make some money, then you need to allocate in one thing where you have lots of conviction. And I think that's MegaETH. This is a once in a cycle or maybe once in a year opportunity, and you need to take it. So also, this is not financial advice. So let's say in the small percentage probability, I think that it fails. This is not financial advice. Please make your own decision. And yeah, so guys, good luck with the sale. I hope everyone that watches this will get an allocation. Leave a comment also. So leave a comment what you think about the chain. Maybe I missed something. Maybe you don't agree with me. So leave a comment and I see you all in the next video. Bye guys, and thanks for watching.